We are biking 1,000 kilometers across the Himalayas in 5 days. Today is day 2 and 3 where we bike 170 kilometers to the highest saltwater lake in the world on the border of India and Tibet, and then another 225 kilometers across the 10th highest motorable pass in the world to Leh. Come along for a bumpy but beautiful ride.
First thing you do in the morning is to put on some sunscreen and on your hands as well if you're not wearing gloves, because this happens. We're a little tired this morning.
Yesterday, we did 140 kilometers from Leh to Nubra Valley over the 11th highest motorable highway in the world, got stuck behind an avalanche and saw double humpback camels. You can watch all of that in the previous video.
This is where we stayed last night. Very peaceful. River, mountain, river. Very nice.
We stayed in one of these Swiss things in previous video, had some delicious breakfast at the accommodation with some traditional Indian dishes like aloo prata.
We got that, we got butter, we got jam, we got bread, we got that.
Added prayer flags to our bike to protect us on the journey ahead.
If there is any law about crumpling flag, Jared has just disobeyed it.
Sorry for crumpling flag.
But they're not going to keep us safe if they go into his face. Day 2, let's go! Woo, it's a little warmer today.
It's a lot warmer today.
Got a big army truck coming through. Oh no, it's a school bus. Hello. I've never seen a school bus that's driven by the military, but that is like a army vehicle.
I suppose they have the...
You will see army trucks everywhere in Ladakh because most of it is militarized zone. It's bordered by China, Pakistan and Tibet, and they all aren't the best of friends. A lot of the schools are done by the military, so the school bus is a military truck. But the roads in Ladakh are some of the most dangerous ones in the world, and an episode in the series, Most Dangerous Ways to School. Video linked here.
Hello! Look at our cute flags that we have this morning. Woo! Now we're on a real trip.
A reminder that for every 10 new subscribers to this channel, we feed or donate a meal to a stray animal. So please subscribe and thank you for watching.
There's a hospital and all the ambulances. Crazy. So we're just waiting for the road to be cleared. What you'd usually do on this trip is you'd go to Thukpa village, about 70 km from Nubra Valley. It used to be part of Pakistan and it's right on the border of Pakistan, but we're not going there. Indians can go close by, but we can't because we are foreigners, so we can't go too close. Ready? Oh no, there's another one. Done 30 km of the 170 km for the day. It is so hot.
And another one. And stop by the waterfall for a snack break.
This water is good for depression, anxiety, for health, good
Mountain water.
for bones, joints.
Nice. You see some people on the road that have like everything on there. Extra petrol, tanks, everything. Just them and their bike.
This is the start.
Oh,
How many person not a
rocky, sandy off-road. And it's gonna get worse. All our internal organs are gonna stay in different places after this.
It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright.
I have a jockey for a compliment, and this is old glacier water. Essentials to keep close by: sunscreen, sun's hot, lip ice, get clapped, wet wipes.
Chilling guys.
Chilling. Shanti, shanti. Shanti.
Champa.
Higher altitude. Yeah, we are staying at 4,200 meters. That is the highest we've ever stayed at.
Do you still
you go from this these amazing canyons with flowing water and lush greenery in like 30 minutes.
And the view, we make a castle to a ruin.
After the pass and the canyon, we stopped for lunch at this beautiful local spot.
My legs are so sore, I can't walk. So beautiful.
They're so inquisitive here.
Yeah, they're smart. Chicken Thukpa, nomadic food. Noodles, chicken, veggies. Mmm. Good.
Yeah.
This is mud cut because it is
With
an
a
eclectic
wasp
cup.
next to you. Oh, that's a big bee.
So the muddle makes the tea taste different. Tastes like normal masala tea. If you've traveled Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, you know like the pit toilets. So this is the pit toilet. This one doesn't have a tap, but sometimes they have a tap. They don't never have toilet paper. There is also plenty of spots to stop to go to the bar.
And the view, let's make this castle to a ruin.
This area is all military posts, military controlled, no signal. It's so close to China.
We're stepping on line, sleeping with eyes wide open.
With 100 meters of tar road. It was the best part of my day.
What you've been smoking, oh no, oh no.
We stopped at a spot along the river and saw the cutest animals ever who were so tame. Himalayan mammoths. They are one of the largest mammoths in the world at 4.92 kg.
What kind of vibe is mine to you? Easy of night, I am the view. We make a castle to a ruin. Castle.
We made it to the highest saltwater lake in the world. Welcome to Pangong Lake, 134 kilometers long, covering 700 square meters. 50% of the lake is in Tibet, 40% in Ladakh, India, and the remaining 10% is disputed and a buffer zone. In winter, the lake freezes completely, despite being saltwater, and people actually ice skate on here. But it's a militarized zone, so you are not allowed to go in it, swim in it, fish on it, or anything else really.
That road, as you see there, goes to China.
There's also a few activities to do here at the lake. A famous Bollywood movie, 3 Idiots, was filmed here. There's also nomads that live here with their animals. These are yaks, domesticated cattle that you will find in the Himalayas. Yaks have larger lungs and hearts than other cattle and a greater capacity of transporting oxygen through their blood, so they do really well at high altitudes and are actually prone to suffer from heat exhaustion if it's above 15 degrees Celsius. Also because they have a very thick layer of fat and almost a complete lack of sweat glands.
Good grass for bonfire. I look like I climbed out of a hole. Yo, it was sore today. This chocolate harp supports the women of the Himalayas.
And we just enjoyed the evening and sunset at the beautiful lake. And Sam to the rescue, fixing strangers' bikes.
It's so safe in Ladakh. So safe in Ladakh. These are the caps. Here, lake is right there. It's so beautiful. Welcome to our home for the night. Bed, couch, and maybe a little bathroom. Like all these places, electricity till 11 p.m. at night.
This one doesn't have electricity, they have generators.
Generator till 11 p.m.
Like 9.
Generator till 9. Hot water from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
We chilled with the guys while waiting for food, exchanging stories of our different lives that's really not that different.
Sarah just explained to me how the bike works. I didn't know you use your feeties.
It's changed gear.
How was day 2?
Hectic. I've never driven 100 kilometers on rock and sand, broken, destroyed passes with landfalls where there's like half the lane available to drive. There's buses going along for school buses and stuff.
I've not been crying. My eyes are just sore from the dust and sunscreen and sun.
And like you should here in Ladakh, ended the night around the bonfire drinking beers and making new friends.
Beneath an endless night, the world spins around. You're there each month.
Out of breath up a small hill. We don't have headaches, we don't feel dizzy and queasy and have an appetite, which is good.
During the darkest times, as the leaves change color, I dive into you.
The next morning, we had 225 kilometers ahead of us, the longest day yet from Pangong Lake to Leh. If I would be to change one thing about this trip, if we had more time and not work to get back to, is to stay a day longer at the spots. Because like with here and Nubra Valley, you get here just before sunset and leave early again the next morning, and it'd be so nice to just enjoy the beautiful places for a full day. If you are doing the trip on your own, I'd recommend that.
We also drove probably like 5 days to like an insane military camp. I'm allowed to film it and I don't want to film it and be respectful. There's some insane stuff there. I think India is the fourth country with the most beach. Your ribs feel broken. I don't know if I'll ever be able to like sit properly again or give birth because I think everything has shifted inside me. How do you feel, Jared?
Absolutely amazing. Perfectly fine. What do you
Didn't
reckon?
lie. You were just telling me I saw your hands up.
My hands are a bit sore.
Some crazy stuff going on here. It's like missiles, nuclear weapons. I just can't believe you're allowed to drive past it.
SAM sites.
So cool to see it. What advice would you give to somebody doing this drive?
Don't use your brakes too much downhill, especially when it's sand and rock. And it's like we were changing altitudes like in a kilometer range. So the passes are really long and it's really hot. So your brakes will wear gloves from the start of the day. I wore them later in the day when it was getting colder. I burnt my hand, which is the worst. Like if you move it, it feels like it doesn't move anymore. So sore.
Mine, as a pillion rider at the back, is try and stay centered. It's really hard. Sometimes as the day goes on, you slump. Go through over big bumps. Try and like lift as well. It helps. It doesn't knock you straight through.
Were you sitting on it against all those bumps?
Yeah.
As we saw.
Yeah, it's sore.
It's to forget, still thinking about how we met. Yeah, I'm with you now. Oh, one thing that it's plain to see, the best thing in this life's for free. And that's okay.
One day when I get old, I want to be like Sam. Kind of the best heart.
Without knowing it, I play.
And then it was a start to the 10th highest pass in the world, Chang La Pass, at 5,360 meters.
So go ahead and leave it.
We're at 5,370, the highest we've ever been.
You can watch all about altitude acclimatization and the highest passes in the world in the previous video.
That there is what an avalanche looks like. Weather is super nice. We're very lucky. Really nice up here. You can feel a little bit the altitude, but really nice.
Just a few more hours. You'll be on your way. Like dancing on a wire. Oh, how I try to make you stay.
Just a reminder that these passes and roads are dangerous. When you do this trip, please be careful and make sure you know your story.
This pass today was quite chilled, but if it's rainy and snowy, I think it's quite hard because it's like it's not tarred. So it could be quite dangerous, but we are very lucky to get
All your secrets. 'Cause I already forgot. I need to be stronger for my weakness.
My back is broken from like 100 kilometers on that rock.
Won't you stay?
for the last 40 Ks.
225 kilometers later, we made it back to Leh. And honestly, according to Jared, he preferred the passes to driving here and said that was much easier than driving in the traffic here.
So we've done 530 kilometers.
Sure, and how much of it off-road? 400.
Do not miss the next video where we go to an actual nomad festival, camp with the locals, eat yak, and have the most insane once-in-a-lifetime experience. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to not miss.
And I wanted to say that like we took leave to be able to do this. Like sometimes it might seem that we just go on adventures all the time, but adventures is probably like 5% of our lives. 10% is living, and the rest of the 85 is working. Like I think a lot of times people think if you're a digital nomad, you don't really work, you just go on adventures all the time, which is the opposite. I feel like you probably work more. I mean, we often work 12 hours a day, but we just put the good bits on here.